on the coast of Lake Superior
in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Long ago, U.S. lifesaving stations, locations where crews would go out in small boats to rescue endangered sailors, were usually set up in Michigan at locations where there was already a lighthouse. The situation with the coastline surrounding Crisp Point was different, though. Long before there was ever a lighthouse at Crisp Point, there was a life-saving station here before there was a lighthouse. Crisp Point was part of an area on Lake Superior known as the Shipwreck Coast. Shipwrecks along this coast dramatically increased after, in 1855, the Sioux Locks opened Lake Superior to shipping. More recently, in 1975, the SS Edmund Fitzgerald sank in Lake Superior about 18 miles northeast of Crisp Point. Due to the inherent hazardous nature of navigation in this area, a series of identical life-saving stations were built in 1876 between Grand Marais and Whitefish Point. Life-saving stations were built that year at Deer Park, Two-Hearted River, a station of surfmen that rescued over 900 people, Crisp Point, and Vermilion, which volunteers are working to restore. Life-saving stations were also built at Grand Marais in 1899. And Whitefish Point in 1923. That was 6 different life-saving stations along a stretch of just 50 miles of incredibly remote and dangerous coastline. The area of Crisp Point was particularly dangerous for sailors. To assist with navigation, a lighthouse was built at Crisp Point near to the life-saving station. This lighthouse was built in 1904 and is 58 feet tall. Crisp Point had a 4th order Fresnel lens. At the Crisp Point Light Station, there were 2 houses for lightkeepers, a boathouse, 2 barns, and an oil house. Crisp Point was electrified and automated in 1941. Erosion has been severe at the point, and even the lighthouse's surface entrance crumbled into the lake in 1996. This angle shows how Lake Superior swallowed up the shore right to the edge of the Crisp Point light. Thanks to the tireless efforts of volunteers, the light tower survived. That's because, as was the case with the Round Island light near Mackinac Island, giant rocks were put in place around Crisp Point Lighthouse, paid for through private donation, just in time to save the light. Those big bricks out there, I wonder what those are from. Oh, there used to be a basement down there, look. This is the United States lighthouse tender ship, the Tamarack. From 1934 to 1970, the Tamarack tended to 190 buoys and 5 lighthouses, including Crisp Point.
This lighthouse is the most remote lighthouse in Michigan by lake. I definitely think that's really true because there's a long ride
If you commit to the boggy, no phone signal adventure to Crisp Point, make sure you turn north on County Road 500 from M123 and do not follow the suggested and seemingly shorter phone map directions coming from the direction of paradise to avoid running into a time-consuming dead end.
Here is the Tahquamenon Upper Falls.
If you're going to be visiting Crisp Point, the previously mentioned intersection is only 5 miles west of Tahquamenon Upper Falls. Whitefish Point Lighthouse is located 30 minutes northeast of Tahquamenon Falls. This is where the idea for the stones came from. There was a whole area of rocks over here where people wrote their names and nice notes.